guys.
Hi all.
I think we could start.
Yes, probably.
Guys, welcome to our new live stream on YouTube channel. My name is Anastasia and I'm marketing specialist at JetSoftPro. And next to me is Lina Silura,
Hey.
head of marketing at JetSoftPro, and also our today's expert speaker. Today we will be discussing the topic of marketing budget for tech startups and how to promote your tech startups with limited resources or no money at all. As usual, we will have 30-minute conversation about different methods to promote your your startups with a limited budget, and then following by 10-minute question and answer session. So please feel free to leave all the questions in our live chat. I think we could start. Lina, could you please share our today's agenda?
Yes, hi guys. I'm so excited to see you from that side of our live stream. And it is like 2 weeks since we had our previous video stream. Depends on marketing and depends on the way you want to promote your startup. You may have several different challenges, and one of the biggest challenge is the marketing budget. Marketing budget is the pain of the most marketers, because it's always not enough money to realize all our good ideas, or not very good ideas. However, you need to test them to understand if they are really good. So marketing budget is always limited, and in these limited conditions you still can get a very good result. And today we will discuss how exactly you can do it through 5 maybe not very conventional methods, but methods that always worth to be attempted and to be in your package of marketing methods. So we will discuss today content making, including video content. We will talk about SEO, I mean, and how to include all those very difficult metric and very difficult things into your first steps on your startup way, because it's not not very easy for beginners, but it's still possible to take the most of SEO. And our next topic is guerrilla marketing, which I think you may not heard of, and networking of your employees, and collaborations, which are also very important thing to start in startup marketing. So we probably may start from content and video. Anastasia next to me knows perfectly what to do with the content, because she is our content specialist on JetSoftPro, and we work with content a lot. Despite we are not a startup and we have a lot of experience and the pipeline of clients and potential leads, we still hire all this content in our marketing campaigns, because content works for a long period. You may create one post or one marketing presentation deck or one landing page or probably one lead magnet, which is, let's say, ebook that people need to download in exchange of their email address. And this type of content created one time will work on you for many years. And it is, a very good investment to input some efforts in your content to have a great result. Taking into account that new startup in tech industry may not have enough content to save people on the very beginning, you still are the best experts from your startup and from your idea. I mean, nobody knows your startup better than you. So you need to use this knowledge and you need to use this privilege in the way that you create content around your brand and around your product. Of course, this content should be maximum engageable. I mean, if you can create video, you need to create video. If you can create something interactive, you better create something interactive. But if it is not possible, texts are still appreciated. Not that much as video, but still appreciated too. So, what to write and create and probably record as a content for your tech startup video. First of all, you need to share values that your new product brings to the market. You need to explain your audience what privileges and what benefits do they have when they use or buy or subscribe to your product. First of all, you need to understand that this part of content is not a direct advertising. I mean, you need to create content that is really engaging and that is brings interest of your target audience. So you need to somehow, inspire them, explain them why your product is just what they've been waiting for. So, if you have a tech startup, first of all, you need to understand, of course, what is your target audience. If you don't understand what is target audience and how to learn and analyze it, you need to watch, obviously, our previous live stream video, because we describe this very in detail, So, when you have a target audience and you understand approximate, let's say, problems they face too, you need to explain them how your product solve their problems. Let's say at JetSoftPro, we usually showcase our case studies, our successful stories as small videos which explain like what was the project and what was the mission and how we overcome all these challenges and what we did to explain people what is the benefit of collaborating with JetSoftPro. So you may do the same. If you do not have case studies yet, if you at the very beginning of your startup, it's still okay. Just share your idea, share your values with which you describe how you will change the world with your new brilliant idea. So you need to, first of all, put efforts on, on emotional side of the content, and then on the second part, on rational part of the content. If you have digits, if you may say, okay, take our product and you will have, let's say, x2 increase in your profit. Okay, that's great. If you have this information and if this is true, it's very good because you may use it and let's say, digits speak much better than any else information. But if you don't have this information, which is still okay, you need to infect your people with the values you bring with your product. So this is the main concept of creating content for a tech startup. And what else I want to add is the frequency, because you need to stay in the information field. You need to fulfill this field of information around you and around your brand, and you need to make your people from your target audience to touch your content every day, every week, every month, but as often as you can. So you need to fulfill this information field with very different content around your brand and around message that you want to give to your target audience. Don't be afraid of repeating, because the more you repeat the main message from different angles, the more probability is that people will understand you and remember it. How do you think how many times Coca-Cola say that, I don't know, holidays are approximating, or that it is a brand number one, or how often Google say that Google search is very convenient? So they do not afraid of repeating, and you also shouldn't be. Well, what else to add about the content creation? I told you about videos, so you need to create videos if you have the opportunity. And you may think that you don't have this opportunity, but in particular you do, because there are a lot of instruments and tools around you with a very small, let's say, very small price that you may hire to start creating video. For example, at JetSoftPro we use Synthesia, and I mentioned it on our previous video too, which is a tool for creating AI generated avatars in video. I mean, you may pick a person who is actually an AI person, and this person will showcase your presentation on the video. So they will be a person of your brand, the face of your brand. And Synthesia also gives you an opportunity to transform your slides from a presentation deck to a video, and motion is always better than just a picture. So if you don't explore these video opportunities now, you need to start to do it, because video is the future. People prefer to watch video. You probably also have this TikTok and YouTube shorts and Meta shorts on Facebook and Instagram. You see this video again and again. And what is more important, that almost all this target audience of this short video, they see this video when they are very relaxed at home environment, or somehow when they go to their work, sitting in a car, in a taxi, or when they have a break. So they are maximally relaxed, and in this stage of mind, in this stage of mental moment, you will be maximally ready to take all this information that brand want to share with you. So it is the brilliant moment to share your ideas, and videos will absolutely helpful for this function. So may I add some more information about content, or was it pretty clear?
It's pretty clear, but as usual, I have some questions for
Okay,
you.
great.
Okay, how can I tell if I'm creating good content or bad content?
It's a very good question, thank you. Well, it's very important, yes, because sometimes as a brand owner and as a startup owner, you just believe in yourself and you think, okay, I have a brilliant idea and I will create it and people will understand it. And you believe that your content is just good. It works not always. Sometimes you just think, oh my god, I will not create this piece of information because it's a holy So, no, don't take this responsibility to analyze which content is good or bad, because you have internet and you have likes. Likes are the most reliable metrics for understanding if the content is good. You also have, if you, let's say, if you use YouTube or if you use any social media, you can track with statistics, you can track which type of content works better. You need also to test different types of content to understand which of them are maximally attractive to your target audience. But when you compare those types of content, you will see that some types they have like 10 likes or 10 views, and others they have 130, and you understand that 130 are probably much appreciated by your audience. So you will have this clear image of what is really interesting to your audience. But you may also rely on this data, because that's true that if you add digits, your content becomes better. If you add facts, your content becomes better. If you add answers to questions that your target audience has, your content becomes better. So if you create content that is a small solution for a small interest or for a small problem of your target audience, it will be beneficial and it will be interesting to your audience, because people, we are overloaded with all this information load around us. We have a lot of ads, a lot of videos, a lot of social medias, a lot of friends on our network, whatever. And you have this big floating of information and a big load of information. And when you have this big load of information, you don't have time to understand what is going on. And you have like 5 seconds to understand if this video is good or if this post is good. So you need to be very particular in your content, and you need to create something that is really beneficial to people, that is really asked by people, that is really needed to help them to live their lives or whatever. So try to focus on the real problems of your target audience and try to find answers that will help your audience and create content around them. This is the main set of recommendations for creating good content, probably.
So thank you so much. I think it will be beneficial for a lot of startups. And guys, please leave all the questions in our live chat and we will answer them in the end of our discussion. And let's start with the next question. And please tell something about SEO optimization for tech startups and how to do it right and with limited budget.
Yes, thank you. SEO, which I always call CEO, sorry, just my professional deformation. It's a normal thing. It's okay because I'm many years in this industry. So SEO, or search engine optimization, is the way to help search engines, I mean Google, Yahoo, maybe Microsoft, Edge, not Edge because Edge is a browser, Bing is a Microsoft search engine, to understand that your site has real value. Because all those all those search engines, they work using special algorithms, because we have many sites, startups, ideas on the internet. There are a lot of everything, and somehow Google and Yahoo and Bing, they need to understand which search results will be much beneficial for people who are looking for something, who are searching for something using keywords in the search line. So you need to help those systems to understand that your content and your website and your idea is maximally relevant to your target audience. In this case, first of all, you need to start with this core of keywords. What is the core of keywords? You need to understand which keywords are maximally related to your topic and to your business. Let's say you are working as a JetSoftPro, we are working with software development services, and we offer software development solutions regarding business automation, and very different in security and cybersecurity and military industry and very many different industries. So we need to help search engines to understand that our content is relevant to search requests which contain like software development or military software development solution or cybersecurity for software development, and we need somehow to fulfill our content with these keywords to explain search engines, because the logic of search engines is very simple. They see two websites, and on the website number one, they see let's say a word cat repeated 153 times, which is actually a citation from my personal website. Okay, it was a job. And the second one with two words cat, but 15 words software development, or I mean key phrases in different types. And this first site with many cats, it contains only 5 software development keywords. So on the very simple, on the very basic example, Google or Bing or Yahoo, they will think, okay, this site writes more about software development, so probably this is a software development company, and probably I need to show this site when someone is searching for a software development service. So this is the main thing you really need to know about SEO, and everything else is just a method, because all the instruments like Ahrefs link, which are links connected to special words in your text, or a very different fulfillment of a roadmap on your site, or anything else from SEO which you can take from any SEO book or even SEO article, because there are a lot of materials, or you even can hire an SEO specialist, which is also beneficial if you don't have this clue about how does it work. So when you use all these methods, first that you need to understand that your main task is to inform your target audience about your content, which is responsive to their questions and to their needs and requests. And this is what you need to start from when you work with tech startup, because it's very important. When you create even a landing page for your tech startup, you need to put these keywords on this landing page, and you need to work with meta tags, which are title, description, and keywords, and it's all about creating websites and mobile apps, by the way. And also, of course, if you're talking about mobile apps, there is a direction of search engine optimization, which is called app search engine optimization, and it is also a very important part of this marketing for startups. So from the very beginning, from the day first, you need to, first of all, fulfill your content with these keywords to make them, to make them stable on the internet. And if Google see that this article is, let's say, article in your blog is highly viewed for a long time and it contains software development, they will understand, I mean Google search engine, they will understand that this article is related to software development and it is appreciated by its audience. So it will be high domain rank for your blog and for your website when you place this blog. So you need to work from the day first with those keywords, and of course, with link building. You need to share information about your website and about different links related to your tech startup and products on different platforms. You may start from social media or probably Reddit or Quora. You need to make short posts with your link included and your link connected. It need to be placed near to the keywords from your semantic core, which I explained previously. So these two steps are very important from the very beginning. And what is also important, I just summarized what I said, is to remember that your main task is to regularly, again and again, explain to your target audience that your content is relevant to their needs. Because, a very simple example, let's say you sell clothes, you sell dresses, red dresses, like just in Matrix movie. So you may create a website with a description like we sell gray dresses, and they are red colored and they are just like in a Matrix movie, and we sell them to brilliant and pretty women around our area, wherever you sell them. And all these women, they will see this information and think, okay, it's simple, but I understand what is going on. And you can do the otherwise. You can create a website with information like, we will change everything in your life. After buying from our store, you will be the happiest person in the world. Well, it sounds better from the first view, but it doesn't contain related words. And when a woman is searching on Google, she's like typing, I need a red dress or red dress buy. And she doesn't type like, I want to be happy, So it is very important to be clear and to send direct message on your website and on all your properties, meaning social media, your mobile application, blog, whatever, all your content. You need to be very clear and very clearly include these keywords, which people usually search on Google, Bing, and Yahoo, and whatever else search engine, to be notable among all your competitors, because SEO is a tool to overcome your competitors, which can work even longer than you on your market. But if their SEO is weaker than yours, you will be on top. So this is the main idea.
Okay, it sounds great, but I have a question.
Okay.
Is it necessary to hire a SEO specialist, or could I do it for myself with my own resources?
Well, of course, it's pretty difficult task to provide, to provide all your brand with SEO methods and activities, but everything depends on how much time do you have. If you're a startup owner, supposing you do not have a lot of time, like 2 or 3 hours a week to put in them on SEO efforts, so probably it is a good idea to hire this part-time specialist to join your team and to help you with it. But still, you can do it yourself, and probably it is even better to start doing it yourself from the very beginning of your startup, because later, when you are scaling up, you have the information and the knowledge to control what is your hired specialist is doing. Because if you do not have a clue of what is going on in SEO, SEO of course, you will don't understand if the person you hire works efficiently. So it is better to start by yourself, like even a week or two, to just to understand what's going on, and then you may hire someone to help you, like for an hour or 2 hours per week, or on a lot you can negotiate together. But probably it is still better to understand what is going on yourself.
Okay, I understand. So thank you for your answer, and let's go to the next question. I think the most interesting topic on this live stream. So
yeah, guerrilla marketing is a very unconventional type of marketing. It contains many unconventional methods of, let's say, stunts or street art or flash mobs, or very different thing that costs no money but may be very impressive and may attract a lot of attention. To be honest, guerrilla marketing is the easiest way to get viral effect to your marketing effort. So what is exactly guerrilla marketing? Once I had a job and we promoted a wallet store, a leather wallet, and we needed to somehow advertise those wallets, and of course we had a lot of competitors, and this market is, you know, pretty overloaded. So what we did, we created like an advertisement that wallet is found made of leather and good black leather or something, with logo of this store, and this wallet is waiting for for his owner in the shop of wallets. I mean a real store on the street, and we gave those address of this wallet shop. And people, of course, they saw a photo of wallet and they read this advertisement because they suppose that someone just lose their wallet and they wanted to help or to somehow to show that it was their wallet. I don't know. And we used this type of advertisement to promote this idea, and it cost us, let's say, maybe in dollars, I need to count, maybe $5 to cover all the neighborhood of near to this store. So $5 marketing, yeah, and it brought us several clients. And of course, you understand that the cost of each wallet is a little bit higher than the $5. So we did it, and we have a very good result. And it was an example of guerrilla marketing from my side. But of course, you are most interested in tech startups. And what is the example of tech startup guerrilla marketing? First of all, it's Google Maps. In maybe it was 2008, yeah, very long ago. Google Maps, they expanded their sphere of impact, and they installed their arrows and their stickers of Google Map in the big cities around the places where a lot of people are walking, and they just put it like 2 meters tall or 3 meters tall, those marks of Google Map. And people, they just took photos with this Google Maps, and later then they saw this in a product, in a real Google Map on the street, and you all know this symbol of a location on Google Maps. So it was a very nice example of guerrilla marketing. And what is also a very good example is my favorite story from Virgin America. Again, long ago, maybe 20 something, I don't know, 2008, 2007. So Virgin Airlines, they started the flight from New York to San Francisco, and this flight was like everyday flight, and they wanted to promote it somehow, and they promised to give a one-way ticket to each person who is willing to dress up as a pigeon. Right, pigeon, a bird. Dress up as a pigeon and stand on the street of San Francisco or New York or both cities and promote this Virgin Airlines flight. So let's say a big pigeon with a paper in their wing, they offer you to buy a ticket and to fly to San Francisco or to New York, depending on where do you see them. So this action was very interesting, and of course it raised itself for Virgin Airlines, and this race is still very successful. So guerrilla marketing is what expected to be very creative. You need to hire all your creativity to create something really interesting. But I believe you can, because on the very early stage of startups, you are always full of ideas and full of very creative minds, and you just need to give freedom to yourself to create something really funny and interesting and attracting to people. You never know what attracts people attention. This guy who writes different messages on the cardboard paper, stand in the city and shows something like "Don't work remotely" or any other stuff. And it is very strange, but he's very popular. He was just a guy, and he had just a marker and just a pen and the cardboard, and that's it. Okay, an Instagram and the phone with a camera, but this is what is enough for you to start your guerrilla marketing campaign.
That sounds really great, but I think there must be some pitfalls of such a method. Could you please tell about risks associated with guerrilla marketing?
Yes, it's a good question. Thank you. Of course, it's very important to make these activities, harmless, because one of a very very popular type of guerrilla marketing is when you print a paper looking like a banknote, like $100, and you just throw them around on the street, on the ground, and people pick them up and understand. And from one side it looks like a banknote, and on the other side they may see, let's say, a menu of a pizzeria, of a pizza restaurant. So it's a very bad idea, because when a person picks up a $100, they expect to have $100. And when they have just a promise to be fed with a pizza instead, it's a little bit disappointing. So, of course, you need to create some harmless idea which are funny but not not disappointing. One more example from tech startups was a story which has its place again many years ago. It was PayPal and WePay, both competitors with payment methods. So PayPal was not a very good story, because they had bad publicity at the time because of several frozen accounts. And what the WePay did, they waited until the PayPal will start their early developer San Francisco conference. It was a yearly event. I don't remember actually what exactly it was, but it was a lot of people working with PayPal. And WePay just brought a big piece of ice with money instead, and with the message, not necessarily, with the money inside of it, and with the message that PayPal freezes your money. And it was funny and viral, and WePay actually get 3x times more sign-ups on their landing page, which is a great result. But those guys bringing those ice, they had been banned, by security, and it was an issue, and everything may finish not very good, but at that time it was okay. But you need to be very, you need to be aware of potential harm you can give with these activities. So of course, first of all, you need to do, if I will create this action, if I will start this action, will it harm my audience or the other audience I don't expect to reach? Because it is always a bad idea to make people bad day. So this is probably the main risk of guerrilla marketing. Everything else is really beneficial.
Okay, thank you. Guys, write your examples in our chat, and also leave all your questions. And let's go to the next question, and about brand collaboration.
Yes, brand collaboration is our point number 4, and this is what really can help you to expand your target audience. So brand collaboration is the way to help your marketing, not from the first day of startup, but let's say in a half year of your start, and when you have some audience. So what is the case? You find a brand which is interested in your target audience. Maybe something similar, but not your competitor, of course. Let's say if your tech startup is connected with financial services, and you have a mobile application which helps people to count their money and to be financially protected with their budget, you may find a brand which offers e-learning courses for financial topics, and you may have a collaboration because your audience is crossing, and this e-learning platform, it may be interested in sell their courses to your audience, and of course you may offer your application to all their audience. So you need to exchange audiences somehow. Collaboration of always let's say, they cost no money, because it is mutually beneficial to other sides of this process. And you may you may pay some money for this, because sometimes you try to reach a brand which is much more famous than yours, and it's still okay. But usually you can do it for no money, which is also good for your marketing startup. For your startup marketing. It was a long day. I'm really sorry. Okay, so what is the concept of collab? First of all, you need to understand very good which target audience you want to reach on the side of your collaborative this partner. And you need to understand that their audience can be your audience without harming your partner, because of course you do not need to take their audience and they will lose, you know. So you may create posts together, you may create collaborative videos, you may create anything. Podcasts is a very good way to collaborate. You may watch our JST Coffee podcast on our YouTube video channel, just right here. And we have many podcasts with very nice guys from different companies and from different industries, which are highly interested to explain their concept and their ideas and to promote somehow their brands and their products. And for us, it's also very interesting because our audience of tech startups and bosses of big IT companies, they are interested in networking and in understanding of this tech landscape, you know. So we create those podcasts to fulfill this information field with tech landscape news and to showcase those good stories from business and to meet nice people and to show these people to other nice people. So podcast is a very good way to collaborate, and we, for instance, we had like 2 years of developing our own style for podcast, and it was not always good because we had an issues with our video quality, with our recording quality, and somehow we had like a client from Japan, and we are here in Lviv in Ukraine, and the internet connection is not very good, you know, on this distance. And we have a Zoom meeting, and this podcast quality may be not very good, but the topic we cover is very interesting and people still watch it. So podcast is also the way for collabs and posts and some mutual actions on the street, it may be whatever. But if you don't have a clear idea of what to do with your target audience and with their target audience, and you do not have an idea for collaboration, you may just offer your potential partner to collaborate and ask them how do they see it, because if they have more experience than you, probably they have a clear vision of what they want to see. And when you offer these collaboration activities, you first of all need to be very particular in offering your target audience. You need to explain, okay, we have 600 of people in our target audience, but they are highly motivated and they are maximally interested in being educated on financial topics, and we can prove it with our statistics, we can prove it with our social media stats, screens, and this is the value of your collabing with us. So this is what you need to do, and you need to do it as much as possible, because collaborations are always good, because many people will hear about you from different sides, and it is always beneficial for your brand if you not just just expand your channels like social media, website, and this all, but also different brands are talking about you. It's always good.
Yes, I agree. And let's imagine I have a podcast with other brand.
Okay.
How could I track the effectiveness of this collaboration?
Yes, it's still it's another very good question. Of course, there are different types of marketing channels. Some of them give you, fast results. You can track clicks on your website with a card, and you can understand how many people just bought something from your website. And this is a quick result when you can ensure the effectiveness of different marketing channels. But if you work in B2B sector and you offer services, sometimes it is very difficult to find this straight connection between your actions and the final money income. So you need to track the number of views. If you're talking about podcast, you need to track the number of views. You need to ask people that come to your business, how did they know about you, how did they learn about your brand, and you need to collect this information from them directly, because it is not always possible to understand the direct impact of different marketing actions on your sales. But it is still important to continue doing these marketing actions, because if you only work in super performance marketing, when okay, I put $2 and the advertisement is seen by my target audience and they come to my shop and buy this red dress for $20, I see that I have $18 in income and I need to minus this $2 and whatever. But it is not always possible, and if you just work with this type of marketing methods, you will, lose a lot of opportunities in other marketing where all your competitors are. So it is not always possible to understand how good it works, but you still need to do it, and you of course need to track the rise, the increase of views, the increase of engagement. Because if you see that your first podcast was like 30 viewers, and your next is 60 viewers, and next one is 120 viewers, you understand that your brand becomes more popular, which is also becomes a good metric to understand that you do everything right.
Okay, understand. Thank you. And let's go to the next question and the last question of our discussion. We still have some minutes. I think 5. So let's go.
Oh, I got it. Again, we do this. I suppose this live stream will be like 30 minutes. Sorry, guys. I speak a lot. Whatever. I hope this information is useful for you. So the last point, which is always underestimated, is a network of your employees. If you're a tech startup and if you have even like 10 or 15 people in a network in your company, you still may expect on their networks. Let's say average American person have a 634 ties on their social network. So if you just multiply the number of your employees on 634, you may understand this first audience of a first touch, which you may expect on. If all your audience, all your employees, share information about your brand on their social networks. Or let's say you have an employee and they have LinkedIn profile, Facebook profile, and Instagram profile. And probably audiences in those profile, they're networking on those profile, is crossing not much than 60%. So there are still different people. And if they do these 3 posts on their social networks, you may expect a big growth of attention and big growth of views. I know brands which use just this word of mouth and just this employee networking as a marketing. Of course, you need to be, very passionate, because employees not always are ready to share all this information. And if they are not marketers, probably they have like 1 post per month. Oh my god, I miss the times. Or 1 post per week, which is better, but you need 3 posts per day, so it is difficult to make your employees post again and again and again. But if you have more employees, you may expect to have this stable help from their network. And of course, if they work in your industry, their friends probably also work in your industry. So it is a high probability that their networking can be your first clients, which is absolutely common situation for a tech startup. So to help your employees share more information about your startup, you need first of all to come back to content, to our point number 1, and create it with understanding that it should be attractive to your employees first of all, so they want to share it. Because if they want to share it, of course, other people also will want to share it. So create this content which is easy to share, which is nice, and which will, let's say, help your employees to make their social profiles better. Don't create content that will be like blah, so they don't want to post it. And ask your people to post your content again and again. Just remember them that you need to do that they need to do it, because it is now it is not an obligation. It is now there. Probably you do not input this in their work description, and it's just help and just kindness that they give to you because they are loyal to your brand. And you need to remember them again and again, and remind them to do it. So please post, please share, please expand it to your audience. And of course, you need to give some arguments to your employees, which will help them to understand that this content is valuable. So you may, let's say you have a Slack chat with your employees, and you need to create a very small message that, okay guys, today we post this message, and I want you and I engage you to share this with your social media audience, because this post is very interesting and it's about big money and how to become a millionaire. So you need to add arguments to help your people understand that this is really valuable. And of course, you need to show your people metrics. What views number do we have when you share, guys, this information, and what views number do we have when you don't? and difference is very big. And if you give your people feedback that their small action, just click a button, helps you to become visible, they will, hopefully they will do it more often than you expect. So this is the key. And it looks like we discussed all the points that I expected. Or maybe we have questions from, oh, I see many questions on our live, right?
Okay, we have a question from our guests, and I have also one question from myself. So, as I know, we have on LinkedIn two options: make just a repost, or make a repost with our own comments.
Okay.
What is better?
You mean what is better for brand and for
yes.
tech startup? Of course, the more information we have around your content, the better is. So if your employee can like, share, and add their thoughts to your content, it is much valuable than other options when they just share. Sometimes it is okay because not all people can find some thoughts to add, but you may train them to use ChatGPT. Because it is still the way to create this short intro for their post, and if they really want to, because it's still possible, they want to add something but they somehow hesitate, or they are not sure that their maybe their language is good enough to explain their thoughts. You may train them how to use different tools to create this content, and it will help them. And of course, if they can command, if they can tag someone in their comments, if they can like and share and repost with thoughts, it's always better than just repost.
Okay, thank you so much. And now we have some questions for our guests. Thank you, guys. And
take two, and we need to stop this.
The first question: how to identify the right brands and partners for collaborations?
Okay, well, I think I mentioned the main ideas that first of all you need to understand which brands have very close to your target audience that may be interested in your product. To understand this, the best idea is to ask your people who are your real customers which brands do they buy, which brands do they like. Let's say if you sell this financial app, you may just create a survey and ask your people how did they learn how to do with their money. So you will know their preferences regarding these e-learning platforms, and this will help you to understand which brands are near to you with your target audience. And you of course need your own scheme to verify this collaboration potential, because when you negotiate about a collaboration with someone, you need to ask them about their audience, ask them to show their metrics, their views and their engagement and comments. You need to of course investigate and analyze their social media to understand if people that comment to their posts are your people, because it's very important to be particular, to find your audience in a different brand. So maybe that's it.
Okay, thank you. And the last question: are there any effective tactics to inspire brands to collaborate with you without any cost?
Okay.
Yes, it's a tricky question.
Yes, it's absolutely a tricky question, but we still need to be polite. Yes. When you showcase your audience, you need to understand that your audience, even if it is small, is your main budget, your main capital, your main resource you may exchange on something good. Because, an attention of the audience is a currency, because there are a lot of brands, as I said, and overloading with this information. And if your audience is loyal to your brand, in other words, if they are ready to listen to you and to somehow to rely on your recommendations, and if you can prove it, it is a great argument for your potential collaborations. You need to show your latest marketing campaigns and the number of comments and number of active actions from your audience side, because all those brands that you may collaborate with, they expect you to have audience that is active, that is engaged, and that is searching for something new. And you may even test something like, okay, I have a financial app again, and you have a learning platform, and look, a learning platform, because I had a post, you can make a post, with the ebook for learning investments or for learning financial understanding or for learning forex or whatever. And look how my audience reacted to this post. We had many engagements and we had many comments. And you can just test this type of messages that will be later used in the collaboration just for free, without advertisement, just to promote something free or cheap, to understand if your audience is interested in this type of content, which is also good for you to know if they will react to this type of messages. And you can show this as a case to your potential partner, because digits, again, they speak much better than any ideas.
Okay, thank you so much. I think with this question we will end our today's discussion. Guys, I need to remember that we have our new ebook about marketing for tech startups, and we will pick up the links above this video, and you can read and find the answers to all your questions here. So thank you guys for being with us today. Thank you, Lina, for sharing such valuable information. I think it will be beneficial for a lot of tech startups. And stay with us, and let's meet in just a month for our upcoming live stream with the head of business development of JetSoftPro.
Yes, our next live stream is very interesting. I engage you to participate, and thank you for participating today. It was a pleasure to speak to you and to share experience. It's always nice when someone is interested in some insight that we have, and we are obviously happy to collaborate with you on marketing side, and we are open to help startups with our free consulting. So you may request this free consulting from us on our website JetSoftPro, and please also download our ebook, because it's a very nice information about your start in marketing in your tech startup. And you have a lot of facts in this ebook that will help you to set your marketing budget right. So thank you for your attention today. It was nice to understand that you are there. Unfortunately, we do not see you, but we know you are there. So thank you so much. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.